Hello friends, and welcome to 802 Kingdom Review. My name is Erin, and today I'm going to be talking about the radar towers and base in East Haven, Vermont. These radar towers were used during the Cold War, and the whole base was called the North Concord Radar Station. It was in operation from 1956 until 1961, and it collaborated with 43 other radar stations to defend against enemy aircraft. The base provided housing for 174 military and civilian personnel. So now basically all that's there is a ghost town, there's a general store, there's a bowling alley, mess halls. We didn't really find, so in case you're wondering, I've been to this base with a couple other people. Are you laughing, Ernest? So all that's there now is kind of a ruin of a town. There's a general store, a bowling alley, there are mess halls. It's this rundown mini town. Everything's very old, rusty, kind of dangerous, probably has asbestos. But it was worth it because we got some really cool pictures, and something interesting about this place is that people say a lot of weird stuff has happened there, such as in 1961, a lot of people in the surrounding area reported a UFO sighting that lasted 18 minutes. This happened shortly before the alleged UFO abduction of New Hampshire residents Barney and Betty Hill. In addition, several people have died at this base, such as a man who fell off one of the radar towers and a man on a snowmobile trip who, upon coming back, drove down with a gate across the road and he was beheaded. A lot of people have said they've had paranormal encounters at the base. A lot of people have claimed to have lost service, which is normal because there's pretty much no service in East Haven. But in addition, in one of the corridors in the radar tower, apparently your phone dies no matter how much you've charged it. This whole group of like 10 people that went, all of their phones died. And they said they saw a ghost. Isn't that crazy? Pretty intense. There's a lot you should know before you go to this radar base. Mostly the risks, so I'm gonna communicate that now. First of all, technically you have a chance of getting fined because it's posted as private property. This pretty much never happens, but just be aware. When I went, we went by a lot of people, a lot of construction workers, and no one had any problem with us being there, but it's just something to keep in mind. Also, on top of the radar towers themselves, there are areas made of wood that are very dangerous to walk on, so make sure you stay away from those. Other than that, just make sure you're staying hydrated, you have good shoes, you have a lot of friends with you, and you have sufficient gas in your car. That's very important. Also make sure you have a GPS so you know where you're going, don't get lost. Make sure it doesn't need cell service to work. If you're interested in looking at this article on our blog, you can there's going to be a link in the description, so you can just click on that. It'll bring you to our site. There's a lot more details in this article in case you're wondering specific things, like a full list of what you should bring, a full list of the risks, more information about this place. Just in case you were wondering, there is a bit of hiking involved with a trip to the radar tower. Specifically the towers, not so much the base. You can drive up to the base, but it's about 5 miles of a hike up to the towers. Have a good pair of shoes, like I said, have some water with you. Don't go when it's going to be dark, okay? This trip is not for the faint of heart. I mean, it's not that intense. You can go, even if you are faint of heart. So now I think I filled you in sufficiently on what your trip is going to look like to the East Haven radar towers and base. If you want to know more, look at my article on our WordPress. This trip is a lot of fun, some great photo opportunities, adventure opportunities. Thank you for watching. Please go check out our website. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Make sure you tune in next Wednesday. Goodbye. That was interesting. Are you still filming me?